Hello guys, welcome back to AIP Tech Space. So in today's video, I'll be showing us how to properly add your sockets and power circuit layouts into our electrical design project as you are seeing on the screen. So today is the part 3 of our video. Like I said, we'll be doing it part by part, and today we have gotten to the part 3. Part 1, we are able to add our switches to our design project, and part 2, we are able to wire all our lighting features which you are seeing on the screen. And then today, the part 3, we'll be adding our sockets and other power circuits into our building. So power circuit, which means that all our ACs and every other heavy load into our commercial building as you are seeing in this video. So like I said in the other time, if you're an electrical engineering student, you are an electrical technician or a practicing engineer looking forward to level up your design skills in electrical design using AutoCAD that we are seeing on the screen. So this is the right place for you. You want to level up, you want to know how to add your lighting layouts, you want to know how to add your switch outlet layouts, you want to know how to add your socket and power circuits, you want to know about load estimation and how to calculate your load, you want to learn how to design your distribution board and also your cabling sizing. This is the right space for you. We are going to be showing you all these things in our channels across all our social medias. So what you just have to do is just to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, follow all our social media platform for more electrical design content like this. So now let's get started. Like I said, so let me be showing us I'll be showing us our electrical legend for the power circuits. So power circuits are heavy load like our sockets, all our ACs, our cooker sockets, and everything that uses higher load that consumes higher current is our power circuit. Can you see? So let me be showing us one thing. So this is our single socket. So this is the symbol for our single socket. This is 30 amps. So it depends on the country. So in my own country, we are using 13 amps. So this is our second one. This one will be fed from what emergency panel. So everything will be doing here. So if you want to know the meaning, you just have to come to this place and then you will be able to know the meaning of these symbols that we'll be adding to every of our design here. So now let's get started. So we'll be adding every of our sockets to this building. So let's start from the top. And then, like I said in our last video, we have two types of distribution panel in this building. We are using the normal distribution, we are using the emergency distribution panel. Don't neglect this. The emergency distribution panel, you can also call it the UPS panel. Sorry about that, I'm supposed to have deleted one, but sorry about that. Okay, now so let's start. So how are we going to be adding our socket? So let's start with our socket. So now I think let's start with this place. So we'll be adding our socket to this place. So now, okay, I think one thing we should do is to let us hide all this lighting that I'm saying here. Okay, let me just hide them all. Oh, sorry, lighting. Okay, let's hide them so that they will be convincing us. Let's hide every one of them. Okay, all right, so we are trying to hide every the lightning. Okay, so alright guys, let's get started. So for the purpose of this video, I want us to do some things to this office, some things that we know that is very reasonable in this office. Like I want us to add all these chairs to this, where there are offices like this place. I want us to add some chairs to this one, to this office here, to this office here, and to this office here. So I've already put some things like this. So let's just pick these two and then let's go let's copy it. So we are going to copy from this. Just type copy base, and then click on it. Just click on it once and go back to the design. So I want us to put something like that to this place. So this is an office. So let's just put something like this. Let's just assume this how they are going to arrange their chairs. Okay, let's put. Oh, sorry. Let's copy it. Okay, this one is too close to the door. Okay, so it's okay like that. Let's scale it a little bit so that there will be enough space for the, and then let's move it. Okay, so this is okay. Let's just delete this first so that we can copy this. So we are trying to, okay, this out. They are going to arrange the chairs in the offices. So it's okay like this, so that we know how we are going to put our socket. So what we are trying to do is that everybody in their own space, they will be having their sockets. They will be having their own socket that will be powering everything they are using in the front of their working space. So that's why we are trying to put these chairs in here. So now let's also do something like that in this aspect. So this is an office also. So this is the switch. So sorry about this one, we are not able to. Let's just leave it. Okay, let me just copy them all once. Let's copy them once. So then copy this and then go back to your building. Let's delete this. Let's use this and Control V what you have copied. Okay, I think this is okay. Yes, let's put it down and then let's scale only working here. So we are going to be designing each person for we'll be giving them their socket, their circuits in their working space. So this is okay like this. Let's also do for some people here also, and then let's move it to the center. Okay, let's just leave it that way. So let's leave it that way. Let's delete this one. Okay, let's delete this, and then so like this we'll be able to plan sockets for each and every one of them in their spaces. So now let's first start with the normal sockets around the building. This is the window, so let's start with the normal socket. Okay, so like let's put sockets in this angle, normal socket. So in case they want to put like something like their TV, we can add socket to this side too. We can put okay, there's a window here, but still socket can stay this side at the bottom of it. But let's put socket here. Let's add it here too. Let's put socket in this place also. Let's put it here also. Okay, let's put double socket. Let's add double socket for them and then copy. Alright, so this is just normal sockets for the whole building. So double sockets okay in this place. Okay. I don't know how the video is going to be, but let's put another double socket around this place, and then let's hold it that way. So let's arrange, let's adjust this one, let's move it to the bottom. Whenever you are designing your socket, also make sure it's covering your socket. So I think we should put in this place also, let's put just a single socket at this place, a single normal socket. Okay, let's copy this one also and put here. So we can, let's just put this here. So it's okay. I think we should put it in this side. So let's just for now, let's just leave it. So let's also come to this place. This is also an office. So let's put their socket. Let's add sockets from here to here. Normally, if you are designing a socket, there is a standard. There's a standard distance that you must always observe. So that this distance between each socket should be 3.6 meters rather, 3.6 meters. So let's choose double socket here also. Okay, let's copy from here. Let's copy from this side, this aspect, and then okay. I want us to put socket around this side. Okay, one. Don't worry, we're going to add so. Okay, 2, 3. Okay, let's just put like that, and then let's rotate. It's okay. Okay, let's erase this and copy this. Let's erase, let's okay, move rather. So whenever you experience something like this, just zoom it. Okay, so it's okay like that. Well, I don't want this video to be longer, than expected. So since you know what we are doing right now, so I'll be adding all the normal sockets into the building. So when we get to when we get to the socket that will serve as the emergency distribution panel will feed. So I will also let us know about that. So I don't want this video to be longer than expected. Okay, so this one is very nice. Let me check the distance between them. Let me just check. This is 3.15, which means we can still extend it a little bit to 3.6. Like I said, so as a professional electrical design engineer, you have to observe the standard. Okay, so let me just check this. 3.6 meters. So 3.6. So you can just put it this way, and then you just shift this. Oh, sorry. Yes. So you just have to move this closer. Okay, can you see? So these two, you can just mirror it to the other side. Let me also show us how to mirror. Let me delete this, erase these two. we can just mirror it. This is the mirror. Don't worry, I'm still going to show us how to, so you can see the mirror. That's mirror. So let's leave it like that, and then no, don't erase. So let's just copy these two, and then we also move them. Can you see that's how to mirror will help you. So let's see. Yeah, cool. So that's very great. Let's delete this. So can you see that's this socket that will just be feeding them in case they want to plug anything in the office. So this socket will be helping them to do all this. They'll be using this socket for them. So also, like I said, we'll be planning sockets to every of their workspace. Everyone's standing still here. So we'll be planning our AC. So let me just pause this video in order to finish the normal sockets in this video. So guys, we have been able to add all our normal sockets that will be fed from the normal distribution panel. As you can see in this office, we are able to add this is a double socket, and it's going to take it's feeding from the normal distribution panel. So this is a double socket, this is also a double socket, this is a double socket around this office. So we put 4 double sockets as you can see in the video. So like I said, I'll be showing us how we are able to add everything. So this is another double socket in this meeting room. You can see 1 here. So make sure the distance between them is 3.6 meters. So that's the standard distance you are meant to use. We also added a double socket here. We also put this is single socket. So every of these symbols, if you want to know them, just come to this electrical legend for power circuits. Every of these legend, they are already tagged. They are already you can already find their names here. So let's check. So this office also we're able to add double sockets around this side. Double. Okay, so are you seeing? So in this store we added one single socket. We added one double socket. So this is the WC, the toilet restroom. So this WP means waterproofed, because of some factors in this toilet, because of water, so that the socket will not get spoiled easily. So that's why we put WP, waterproof socket. And then why do we put it there? In case of they want to do anything like shaving and other stuff in the toilet, so you understand. So we are here to do this. So we're still going to the kitchen. So this office also we are able to add double sockets here, doubles here, and then we put single around this side. So let's look at this long corridor. So because of the entrance here, we couldn't put anything here, so no one is sitting down here almost. So we added a double socket around this side. We added also a double socket around this side, as you can see in the video. So I think we have completed all the normal sockets in the building. Let's check well. So we have completed it. So now what I said is that we'll be going into the what are we going to do now is to add our sockets to all these building. Or let's first of all finish this kitchen. So this kitchen, we already have a socket for it. We have a power socket, a cooker unit with 13 amp sockets, 2 phase plus 8 to 20 volts and 50 and 45 amp sockets. This is the kitchen, and the load is always an heavy load that powers the kitchen. Maybe I want to use the cooker or something like every load. So let's just copy this and go and place it in the kitchen. So let's just place it in the kitchen to be. So let's just put this one here. Place it and just adjust it properly. Let's rotate it. Okay, let's rotate it. Okay, and then so like I said, we are still going to adjust all these symbols. They are too big, so we are just going to adjust them once we are done with the video. So I don't want the video to be longer, that's why I'm trying to pause it, since you have already seen what I've started, so you'll be able to understand. So you can just put your socket anywhere you want to put it in your own design. So that doesn't necessarily mean you have to follow what I've done. So just to show you how to do all this electric design. So the center will be for our cooker socket, as you can see in the video. Let's try and center it. Let me try and take some measurements. So the measure of this kitchen is 4.7. That's 4.7 meters. So we have to divide. We'll be dividing into 4.3. 2.3 rather. 2.3, 4.7, 2.3.5. So I think it's still in the right position. So we just have to place it at the middle, and then there's a socket that have to be beside it. So let's go and look for our socket, and then don't forget the waterproof socket, because of heating and every other things in the kitchen that can easily get the socket spoiled. So that's why we are using waterproof sockets in the kitchen and also in the toilet. Let's use one double. Let's pick this. Okay, since I've picked it, I wanted to pick them once. Let's put one here. Alright, let's just put one here too. Okay, and then let's rotate it. Rotate this kind of, so I don't want the video to be longer. Let's move it towards the end of the wall. Oh, that's great. Okay, let's Move it one more time. So I don't want us to be messing all these things. That's why I am trying to post the video so that it will be longer than expected. Okay. Okay, let's just. Okay, so I'm still going to adjust it a little bit. Let me try and move it downward. So like I said, you are the one that know the best place to put, that you want to place your sockets, your switches, everything. This video is just to enlighten us, to show us how you can, so that just to give you, oh sorry, let's move it closer. So this is okay. So this is for the cooker units, this is for the sockets for other things they want to use. And then I think we should put a single socket maybe for their freezer or something. Let's just copy this and then move it over here. I'm going to use waterproofed. So what I'm doing here is exactly how they are doing, how you are meant to do it. Let me just say internationally, if you got a job outside the country of your country, so you will know that this is how it is being done. So that's I'm showing us how to properly do it, so that you don't just use your own country code. And also there are some standard you have to follow before you can start designing. Electrical design, there are some standard you have to follow. So I think those are the standard I'm trying to show us here to make us to understand. Okay, so I think we are done with this. So let me just try and measure the meters of this building. I think I've done that already. 4.7 meters. So this socket should be able to serve them in this place. And also, okay, since you have not, I wanted to put extractor fan there, but not now. So okay, so we are done with that one. Okay, any other thing? So now we start designing our tables. So like I said, every one of them will be having their separate sockets on their tables, and then it's not just an ordinary socket. It will be a socket that will both feed from the normal distribution panel, or that will also feed from the emergency distribution panel. The emergency distribution panel in your own country you could term in as solar system, UPS, or any other thing you understand. So which means that where there is a power failure in the normal distribution, or in the normal distribution panel, which was the normal distribution panel is fed from the utility, the PSN, the NEPA, you understand. So where there is a power failure, they will be able to use the other socket we have placed. So that's why we have created this kind of socket for them. Floor mounted group box contains double normal sockets, 220 volts with 30 amps, so 30 amps in our own country, double emergency socket. So let's just put this into, let's copy it and then let's move it. Okay, I think we need to scale it a little bit. Let's just, so I'll be showing us the first step, and then why I've shown us, I'll have to pause the video until I'm done with everything here. So I wanted to rotate it right, so let me just rotate it. Okay, so like this, let's do it this way, and then let's scale it. So if you are able to follow the standard, this I think you'll be able to do more of something like this when the project is given to you. So let's move it to this table. So this is the table. Okay, I think let's just scale it a little bit. I don't want it to be too big. So which means this socket will be feeding the person sitting here. So we have to copy this also. Let's copy it and copy it and then put it for this one also. Can you see how we are doing it? So you can see we are done with that one. So I would love us to also, so now what we are going to do is what we have copied already. Let's try and mirror this. So we'll be mirroring it. So let's mirror and then tap on it. Okay, so let's copy the one we mirrored. No, click on no. So erase source objects. You don't have to. So and then you move it downward. Let's move this one to the side. So that's how. So can you see how we are doing? So these four you can just copy them all together. Copy this, copy, and then click and copy all of them to the other side. So can you see? That's how you design, so that you won't be wasting time trying to, you understand, trying to, oh sorry, let me just shift this. Okay, I still have to adjust. Don't worry, we are going to do it properly. Okay, let's just leave it that way. Okay, so there are some people I know they don't have the AutoCAD. If you feel like I should do a video on how to navigate AutoCAD, so just type in the comment section you want me to drop a video on how to do that. So I'm going to make a video on how you can navigate AutoCAD from beginner's level to a pro level. So as we are done with that, so can you see that's what we'll be doing to this table also. So let's just Alright, so let me pause the video. So we have been able to do this. Can you see in the video I've done it? So now what I want us to do is, okay, let me check. So this place, I don't think we can be adding something like that to it. So, and if you also feel like you should add something like this to all these tables here, to this conference room, you can do that, but I'm going to be doing that in this video. Okay, it remains this side also. Sorry, it remains this place. Okay, so now what we're doing now, I still have to pause the video for now. So guys, can you see we have been able to do this, so this socket will feed them here, feed this one too, feed them. Like I said, this is an administration video. They'll be using a lot of computers and others. Thing that they need is a very stable power source. So guys, we have been finding this very helpful. Please kindly subscribe to our channels and also to all of our social media platforms. So we'll be doing the same to all this also. Let me still pause the video. Alright guys, so can you see we are able to have done that? Check. Can you see we put here, put here, put here, put here. So that just for them to be to have their own different sockets, in their own spaces, in their own workspace. Can you see? And then we also give them the normal socket that will serve the whole apartment, the whole building, the whole office. Can you see? Okay, so let me check what else do we have to do. Can you see this one? So we are able to do this. Can you see? So don't forget we are still going to be doing the wiring, but I'm not sure we'll be doing it in today's video. Today's video is already longer than we expected. So now let's quickly finish our circuit. Let's begin to add all these power circuits, our ACs and other power circuits. Like we've already added our cooker unit. We need the extractor fan also. What other things do we need? I think the two, any other two. I think we still need these two. So we need an extractor fan in this kitchen. Normally extractor fan is always on top of cooker unit. So based on this video, so that it will be longer, let's just put it at the center. I don't want it to be at the center. So normally in your country, extractor fan should be on top of of your cooker unit, like this. So let me just try and wait so that let me just try and do some rotation. Oh, we are not able to. Let's erase this. What we did didn't capture all. The block we didn't capture. The block did not capture all. So let me just pause it and do the block. So based on this, we have been able to place it here. This way we place the extractor fan, which means the ready note will be on top of this. So we should just put it in between. But let's leave it this way. This is the extractor fan. Okay. Alright, so now what's the next thing is to add our ACs. I don't want to just to add it. If you are going to add the ACs, okay. So that your measurement you have to measure the length and the breadth of this building, so that when we want to know the capacity of AC that will fit in every of these. Maybe it's 1 horsepower, maybe it's 1.5, maybe it's 2 horsepower that will fit in each office. Okay guys, so let's continue with our AC designing. So like I said, alright, so before we go into the AC, I want us to put some emergency sockets to all these ones that we have put here. So maybe we should just put one double that will fit from emergency panel in this side. We should put one here beside this single socket. We should also put one around this place, just in case. Let's put one here also. We can put two instead of one here. We can put one here and we can just add one to this side too. So this place, they don't need much. We don't need it here. So we need here to, we can just put a single that's fit from what's it called now? The emergency panel. So let's do that. Okay, so let's add one here. Let's put it on beside this place. Okay, let's just leave it this way. So added this to so let's add to this place too. Okay, let's copy this and then we'll move it to this side. Okay, so we're going to rotate and then we'll move it. Alright, so this is how we want to leave it. So whenever there is power failure on this normal socket, at least this emergency socket will be able to feed them. So let's let's mirror this. Okay, let's mirror. Let's mirror this. Okay, and then we can move it. Okay, let's put it. Alright, so let's just delete this. Delete and let's copy this also. I'll move it to this side. So we've added it. So can you see? We've added it both. So let's leave it like that. Let's still find. Like we said, we need it here. Let's delete this and move. You can use double single. Let's copy this one. Let's use single for this place, and then put it here, and then you can just get it to a smaller size, and then remove it. This is okay. I think we have done. Okay, we also need it here. So we also need one here. Let's look for one. Oh, we don't have the waterproofed. Let's just leave that place for now. We don't need it here. So next thing is we'll be designing our AC to this, all these offices. We design AC for this one, for this, and for this. So we need like 4 ACs. So we'll be designing it now. Alright, so before you start designing your ACs unit into each room, you have to put into consideration some factors. Like some of the factors are the number of people that will be staying in that particular room. Number 2 is is there ventilations. Number 2, you can check for the height of the building. In your own country, you can also check the the earth climate, and then check the direction the building is. Maybe it's west or east. Most times, is if west now, there are a lot of sun that is to come through the window. Also check things like the height of the building, like I've said, and also there are already standard standard cooling capacity required in every different section. Be it in the living room, bedroom, there are some required what parameters you ought to use. Like in the bedroom now, you have to use 100 to 120. If it's an office, like now we are dealing with office, this is 120. You can use from 120 to 150 watt per meter square. So this is an office, and then you just have to times, and then you have to measure the length and the breadth of the building. So this is the length for concern. You can just say 5 meters, and the breadth is what? 4. So that is 5 times 4, that's 20, and you times it by 120, which is the standard required. So that I said 20 times 120, that's 2,400 watts. Can you see? So before we start, I don't want to go deeply into this. I will just have to give us the already prepared standard measurement we ought to use from the room size. So this is what we'll be doing. I'll just be like what I've written down here is room size and recommended AC. So if our building is 10 meters or to 15 meters square, so we'll be using 1 horsepower. If it is from 15 to 25 meters square, we'll be using 1.5 horsepower. This is a standard rule. If it's from 25 meters square to 40 meters square, so we'll be using 2 horsepower AC in that room. So now let's just know the calculation. Like we have already done this. This is 4. Let's just call it 4, and this is 5. And this is 5 meters by 4. 5 meters by 4, that's 20. Like what I've written down here, 15 to 25 meters square. So we'll be making use of 1.5 horsepower. So this one is already settled for the purpose of the video, so as not to be longer. So this place also, let's just take the measurement. Okay, this is 6. Let's call this 6, and this one is 4. I don't want us to undersize the AC, so 6 and 4, that's 24. We can still use 1.5 horsepower, but okay, don't worry, I'm still going to make a video now to design your AC in every particular, so I'm still going to make that video, and that's now. So let's just call this one 6 and 4, 24, right? So from 15 to 25 meters square room size, we can also use 1.5 horsepower in this side. So let's calculate for this meeting room also. Let's take the measurements. I'm sure this one will be more than 1.5. This is 7.5. Let's just call this one 8 meters. And this place, let's call it 6. Did I say 8 here? I said 8 now. 8 by 6, right? Let's say, okay, 8 by 6, that's 48. So room size from 40 to 60 meters square. So we'll be using 2.5 horsepower for this meeting. Although there are still factors you have to consider, but this is just a rough sketch for us to have the understanding of how to do some calculation about this one, about sizing or designing your AC. So now let's start. So already the AC we put there is just only. So let's copy this one was our AC. So let's just go and place it where it ought to be. Okay, so let's put it here. I think this is the best place for the AC to be. This is the middle at the top of the window. I don't know if we can put it in between. We can put it in between. I don't want it. So let's just put it here. So we're still going to we're going to adjust it. Let's check this place. So this is the best place for it here also, so that they can pass the compressor. So we need to pass the compressor outside. So the best place also, so it will be flowing this side. So this one is 2.5. So let's just set it to 2.5. let's assume this at 2.5, and I'm sure if you want to size this one very well, you can just use two ACs like 1.5 to 1.5 AC, but for the purpose of this video, let's just put one. But be mindful of the column of this pillar you're seeing here, so that you can just put it on this side. So let's just assume these are 2.5 horsepower, and okay, I think this way we want to use it. We don't need here. Okay, sorry, it's on this side. So this side is kind of not easy to put AC, but there's a way they can do it. They have to. Okay, let me just wait. I think this is the best place to put it. This is the best place so that it will be flowing in this direction. But due to this, let's place it this side. But this is the best place to put it. So the way to work on it now, they have to work on these walls, and it will be too long. I made the AC that will go and feed the compressor outside. So let's just put it around this side for now. Okay. So we are done with this. So I'm still going to make a detailed video now to size your design your AC for every rooms. So let's just assume we have done this one. We are done with this. Okay. So we are done 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we are done with the AC aspect. Alright, so the next thing we'll be doing is what in our next video is to do the wiring of all these socket and the power circuit we have placed, and then to assign them to their each circuit in the distribution board. So one will be in the normal distribution, other some will also be in the emergency distribution. Okay, so that's what we'll be doing for now in our next video. So we'll be wiring all these power circuits, all these sockets, all the ACs. Also we'll be assigning them to their different circuits in the distribution board. So alright, so thank you for staying with us. If you truly find this video very helpful, please kindly subscribe to our channel and all over our social media platform. Thank you.